His name was Marcus Lee, a staff sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps. 21 years of service, 3 tours overseas, 1 bullet still lodged in his hip, and 1 promise to his son, "I'll be there for your graduation." It wasn't easy. He had to fly across the world, through delays, through airports, through pain. But on the morning of June 3rd, Marcus walked into Westfield High School's gymnasium in Jacksonville, wearing his dress blues, rows of medals across his chest, shoes polished to mirror shine, and his Marine cover, the cap that completes the uniform. His son, Daniel, was sitting in the front row of graduates. When he saw his father step through the doors, his face broke. Tears. Real tears. They hadn't seen each other in nearly a year. But the moment didn't last. Within seconds, 2 security guards approached Marcus. "Sir, you'll need to remove the hat," one said. Marcus looked at him, calm. "It's not a hat," he replied. "It's a Marine cover, part of the uniform." "Doesn't matter," the second guard snapped. "School policy, no headwear indoors." "I'm not a student," Marcus said. "I'm here for my son. I'm not removing the uniform." "You'll need to step outside." The gym was full. Students, parents, teachers, everyone saw, everyone heard. Daniel did too. He started to stand up, but a teacher touched his shoulder. "Stay seated." Marcus stood his ground, still, silent. "I'm not disrupting anything," he said. "I came here quietly to support my son. If there's an issue, I suggest you take it up with your administrator." One of the guards reached for his radio. People started pulling out phones, recording. A teacher walked over, whispered something to the guards. They hesitated, then backed off. Marcus remained standing at the back of the gym. Not one word spoken. But the air in the room had shifted. Daniel's eyes didn't leave his father. After the ceremony, as students threw their caps, Daniel didn't toss his. He walked straight to his dad. They hugged, a long one. Then Marcus took off his Marine cover, looked his son in the eye, and gently placed it on his head. No one expected it. But the moment it happened, the gym erupted. Applause, cheers. Some people even stood. Someone posted the clip. It went viral overnight. Marine dad denied entry over uniform, gives son his cap in protest. But what most people didn't see was what happened after. That night, Marcus received dozens of messages from other veterans, from military spouses, from students. The school, silent, until Monday. They issued a statement. "We apologize to Staff Sergeant Marcus Lee for the treatment he received. Our staff misunderstood protocol and acted inappropriately." But for Marcus, it wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was about dignity. "I didn't need an apology," he later said. "I needed them to understand that my uniform isn't a disruption. It's a story, a sacrifice, a symbol." He wasn't angry. He was tired. Tired of explaining. Tired of justifying. Tired of seeing black veterans treated like they don't belong in the very country they fought for. Because this wasn't the first time he'd been mistaken for a security guard at events, called "Sir" sarcastically in airports, watch people flinch when he entered stores in uniform. But what hurt the most was that it happened in front of his son. And still, Marcus didn't raise his voice, didn't demand, didn't fight. He just stood and waited. That's the part the video didn't show. The restraint, the composure. That's what made people feel something. Because in a world full of noise, silence speaks the loudest. 2 weeks later, the school invited Marcus to speak at the board meeting. He declined. Instead, he sent a letter. Typed. 1 page. "I don't want your staff fired. I don't want a ceremony. I don't want a medal." He wrote, "I want every student who watched what happened to remember one thing, that respect isn't something you ask for, it's something you carry. And on June 3rd, I carried mine in full uniform. No signature. Just a father. The letter now hangs framed in the school lobby. Daniel? He kept the cap, still has it, and every time he looks at it, he doesn't think about the guards or the cameras. He thinks about the man who wore it, who crossed oceans to be there, who stood in silence so his son could stand in pride. If this story moved you, don't just watch. Stand with us. Subscribe to Black Truths for more real stories that expose injustice, amplify unheard voices, and fight back against systemic racism. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and share this video, because change begins with awareness, and awareness begins here. This is Black Truths, and we won't be silenced.